Castle.
Silence! A do-good. Time travel agent. Ben Franklin. The Adventures of Young Ben Franklin Through Time. And I gotta tell you guys, this cover, I mean, it's really clever. It's really well done with the foil reflective. Look at that. It's like it's pulsating, inviting us in. Really sweet cover. This is Silence Silence Goo Good. Silence Do Good. This is Benjamin Franklin Vampire Hunter. No, but this is it's called Electric Dreams, which I think is a great title. I don't know what happened to the D there, but it got kind of cut. I don't. It's by Sean Salter, Charles Knauf, and Brett R. Smith doing colors, which he's a cool colorist, pretty sweet. And this is Salty's. As he's known online, Sean Salter, Salty. I'm gonna call him that. This is his first book, which is pretty substantial looking, thick mother. But a lot of the story isn't in this. There's a lot of other art in this. There's synopsis. There's all this like cool stuff at the back. So really the book actually kind of ends more around, look at all this stuff, all this extra. It ends more around like in here, okay? So we still get a lot of issues out of this. This was really awesome of him to send this to me. I'm going to do a review for him because I think this could be even better than it is. Lasers, Robots, and American History. Let's go, okay? This guy loves Benjamin Franklin, and Benjamin Franklin is a very interesting, very amazing American champion, hero, founding father, scientist, writer. He's all these different things. He's a Renaissance man of his era, and he decided that would make him a great adventurer. So in a weird way, in this time travel story, Benjamin Franklin is kind of like Marty McFly with a laser pistol, which I don't mind. I think that's kind of cool. So I open it up. It's got this great double page thing, getting our credits here. And then we do a forward and we read it. And it's Benjamin Franklin is Silence Do-Good. He's clever, he's daring, he's a rebellious teenager. And then it says again, Benjamin Franklin is Silence Do-Good. He's a clever, daring, rebellious teenager. And then it says it again. I bet he already saw this misprint or this mistake. And he was so pissed. I don't know why this is in here 3 times. I don't know what is going on with that, but there it is. His forward is in there 3 times. I'm not going to read it 3 fucking times. And we get to it in Silence Do-Good. He's kind of a classic. He's got the big coat, the pop collar, the goggles. He's got his time traveler thing going, his gear. But essentially it opens up with him using rocket boots. No, wait, no, the ninja using rocket boots. And this ninja girl standing over him as he clings to a lead. And Silence Do-Good is here. We learn a little bit about him. Just a little bit. And then before the page is even done, these people warp in from the future. These time fascists, these motherfuckers who work for the big bad of this book. And they steal him away, right? Silence Do-Good is brought down and taken to another time by these brutish thugs. I remain, sir, your humble servant, Silence Do-Good. So they show they show this right before he gets taken away. I would have liked to have seen him sign this. And I would have liked to have seen young Ben as a young man with problems before he gets whisked away. The story starts and he's sleeping in his chair and he gets whisked away. That's simple. It's very, very quick to get him to the future. I would have liked to see, like, what is he dealing with in his present? You know, when you read up on Ben Franklin, he had a failed printing press thing that he tried to make happen. He had all kinds of failures as a young man. All men do. All men have failures. It's whether you learn from them and strengthen from them that's kind of makes a more significant man or not, or a man that's going to keep going. So he gets warped, and it's got a very great Saturday morning cartoon feel, great storytelling and some fun art, very cartoony. In some cases, the art kind of like doesn't work for me. In others, it's just fantastic. Look at this sweet ninja pose she's doing, the hot, sexy ninja chick. A cool character. She's a rebel against the evil time bastards that are doing really, really bad things. And what do I mean by bad things? Well, he shows Ben Franklin what he's got going on. He's kind of like an evil, satanic Elon Musk who is locking everyone away into a virtual world. Meanwhile, this ninja chick and her little rebel team of a hacker and a gunslinger guy are coming in to save Ben Franklin. They know he's there. They are part of the rebellion, and there's a bunch of action scenes with them that are pretty cool. Meanwhile, Ben Franklin's in like the gayest VR world of like strawberries and lollipops and like bullshit ever, and he's learning how the world works. Now, my problem with this book is this: it moves too fast to get to the exciting parts that the writer was excited to get to do the setup. To me, and I used to make this mistake too with my own books. I was so excited about the cool things to come that I glazed over a lot of the setup. But your stuff that's coming won't hit as hard unless you take a time to take a breath and set up the story and your characters. Show them having problems. Show them being people for a second before you whisk them away on their time adventure. If they had shown even just 1 to 2 more pages of young Ben Franklin writing as Silence Dogood, maybe he has conflicts with his brother, maybe you see him getting his printing press shut down and his life doesn't seem like it's going that great, I would feel infinitely more for Ben Franklin on this time travel journey than I do just reading it as it is, as it stands. Instead, the writer seems to like Ben Franklin so much that he forgot to give him some flaws, forgot to give him some troubles, some problems, and instead he ends up just going on this time adventure and having problems. He immediately calls out this creepy, bald bastard, by the way. He's like, none of this is right, none of this seems real, none of this is good for humanity. Meanwhile, you've got the action of this team. So it's jumping back and forth between, like, you know, the action of the rebels and Silence Dogood. And then we go back to this, and he's holding on to the ledge again, where we go right back to this. And then we find out before this gets resolved, while he's holding on to the edge, he ends up teaming up with the ninja chick. So the tension of that scene of him holding on to the edge, and what will the ninja chick do? Well, you know what she's going to do. She's going to help him up, because they're a team. So, I mean, that could have been done differently or handled differently, I think, too. Overall, Ben Franklin seems to be like, what's going on? But by the end, he grabs a laser gun and goes to work. Nash, the gunsman, gets blown away from behind, gets hurt, gets taken out of battle. Ben Franklin gets put in as his replacement. Here he is kicking some ass. Thank God he finally, like, whoops this dude's ass, which was great. I like the character of him a lot. I like the way he's written. There was one other thing in this story that bugged me. The ninja chick's fighting Big Boy that Frank took out with the big pipe. And the big guy's like, you talk too much. And then in another scene right after, the ninja chick's fighting some other chick. And the ninja chick's like, you talk too much. It's like, don't have people talk and then go, someone says you talk too much, and then repeat it, you know? That's it. There's really not much else criticism for this because it's pretty good. I feel like, where did the name Silence Dogood come from? We could have learned this more in the story without having to read this. You could leave out the history stuff when it comes to this stuff, and you could have worked this into the book more cleverly. Like, I want to see stuff Ben Franklin really did, okay? But work it into this story in a fun, clever way that works in the future, too. Like, and have him understand words, because he invented the word charge. Isn't that cool? When you talk about a charge for electricity or charging your phone or any of that, that's Ben Franklin, yo. Like, that's fucking cool. Like, if having him go, I understand that word charge, what you guys are saying, because he's at first, like any of us, he's befuddled and totally blown away by the future, right? But and he has to learn what all this stuff is. But he's very smart. He was an inventor himself. He should have a very analytical inventor's mind. And but we should see him do cool things that that kind of tie into real historical things Ben Franklin was known for or tried himself in science or what have you. So I would like to see a little more of that. If you're going to make it about Ben Franklin, work in the history a little more in clever ways. It doesn't have to be perfect, spot on. It doesn't have to be a huge plot point. It could even be something small, like an action. It's fine. But like, work it in. Make us love Ben Franklin for what he did in real life, even though this is a big fantasy story where a bad guy's trying to trap everyone in some gay VR pink world of like lollipops and rainbows. And this message of this book is excellent. It's that world isn't real, and therefore it's of no real value to the human experience. There's no trials or tribulations in that world. So how do we become stronger? How do we become better if everything's just easy? We just end up becoming fat losers, you know? So it's got a lot of good messages in it that I like. And so, yeah, to me, it's tricky if you're going to take a famous founding father character and then do a crazy adventure with them. You have to make it worth the fact that you're using a founding father character. It can't. Otherwise, it's just a random guy. Like otherwise, he's just Marty McFly with a laser pistol. We want him to be Ben Franklin too, and so it's cool that he's Marty McFly with a laser pistol to a point. But once you work in that extra Ben Franklin spice, it's good. I will say this: the way he wrote Ben Franklin's voice is excellent. Like he sounds like a colonial, intelligent, thoughtful guy. So keep that up. That was great. That worked really well. But let's see him do things with like electricity, or let's see him like fix something that they didn't expect him to be able to fix. Let's see him be technologically savvy even in the future. Let's see him, understand things better than people expect he will. Let's see him be Ben Franklin. So yeah, my review of this book, it's a solid, fun start. It's a very Saturday morning cartoon. It can get better. I think it will get better. I got to make another fact you should know. I made a trailer for this book, so I'm trying not to be biased and be critical of it though, so that it can be better. I mean, that's what criticism is supposed to be for. It's supposed to be something useful, not something controversial like Riververse is. Riververse hates criticism, can't handle it. The ego shatters immediately. The truth comes out about the book's not being great. Whereas this book, I think the creator, he's a real artist. He cares. He wants criticism of this. So I'm trying to lay some on him. Hope that can help in the future. But I will be helping in the future because guess what, guys? I'm going to be working on this book as an editor in the future. I hope he doesn't mind me announcing that. I'm going to help edit this and try to make it even better. So, because so far we've got a great start. Man, this cover is just phenomenal. Total standout cover. If I saw this on the shelf, I would pick it up and check it out, which is a damn good sign. But yeah, so far it's action, it's adventure, it's got good messaging, it's got something real to say. And that is hard for anybody to come up with. So they've already checked a lot of good boxes on this book. Now it's time to take it over the line and make it even better. So hope for more good stuff from this in the future. Hell, I'll be part of it. So I'm going to do my best, guys, to make this even better. I hope you like this review. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to buy some of the best comic books in the world, please, by all means, check out Rise Again Comics. Those are my comics, riseagaincomics.com. Best comic books out there. Best comic books in the indie world. They will blow your mind. They will make you realize that good comics in America can be made again. Comics that excite us, that make us love the characters, the art, the story. Comics that are just fun the way they're supposed to be and that people forgot about, This book goes for that too, and I appreciate that. Good job, Salty and team. You guys, I can't wait to work with you to make even better Silence Do Good. And in the future, just remember, don't rush to your fun parts of your story. You can take a breath and let us build the characters. Let us feel the human moments first. Once you hook us in with that human moment, bam, the adventure becomes more thrilling for us too. It's like a connector. It's like an enhancer. It enhances the flavor. If you could have all the explosions and all the fights and crazy laser fights in the world, but it won't matter if we don't care about the characters. All right? So yeah, make us love Ben Franklin. Make us love the history of him and how brilliant he was in life. And I look forward to more adventures of Silence Do Good. I hope you guys do too. Thanks for checking out my review. I'll see you guys on the next one. I still got some other amazing books to review here for you. Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell. Yeah, hell yeah. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
There it goes. Sometimes on for 5 minutes, sometimes on for 5 hours. That's my man.
Talk hard!
Terror returns, and terror in the trenches too. Sign up today.
Vaughn's Haunted Castle. Ha 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 ha!